Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Brewed podcast. This is German coming to you on our weekly installment of our baseball coverage. And Harry's here. He's wearing he's paying homage to one of my favorite baseball teams of all time, the 2004. I mean, I guess you could make the art. I guess it depends because all four of those dudes on your shirt were on the 2004 and 2007 World Series champion team. So uh, David Ortiz, Big Poppy. We have Pedro Martinez, my guy, my favorite player of all time. He looks light skinned from here, so I thought at first I thought it was Keith Folk or Jonathan Papelbon. Then we have Kurt Schilling, the bloody sock man himself, and Manny Ramirez. So love your shirt. I love it. I want it. I just ordered it, so I'll be having one pretty
Shout out
soon.
to the Boston Sports Apparel.
There you go. You got it when you were in
Yes.
Fenway, right?
Yeah, when I went to Fenway 2 years ago. Yeah, one of the better teams. All future Hall of Famers.
Yeah,
Future
yeah,
Hall of Famers, yeah. They'll
definitely.
be in there.
And so, and I'm wearing my Red Sox hat that I just got from 47 brand. I love their stuff and I love that style. So I was gonna wear my Fenway hat, but I got the new hat that came in. So let's talk some baseball. It's Jackie Robinson Day. It's 4:15, so Jackie Robinson Day throughout baseball, where everybody wears the number 42. Jackie Robinson is probably, I was thinking about this yesterday and this morning. He's probably the most influential historical athlete in team sports.
Yeah,
I don't know
yeah, he
anybody
is.
else who holds the power that Jackie Robinson has. And I know baseball is more traditional than the other ones,
Yeah. Hmm.
but the fact that there is no Bill Russell Day, there's
Yeah.
no Michael Jordan Day. I mean, here in LA, there's Kobe Day, but I think since his passing is different. But football doesn't have like Jim Brown Day or any of that.
No.
So tell me about what's his legacy. You play baseball. You've managed baseball. Your son now is in the travel baseball and all of that. What does Jackie Robinson mean to you as a fan? What does it mean to baseball from the professionals all the way down to kids like your son who are part of the your son who's his parents are people of color. His Your son is even part of that legacy as well.
Yeah.
um, what does he mean to you, and how am I overvaluing when I say that he's probably the most important historical figure in team sports?
Dude, he's very influential. I think going up and down. I think we heard a lot of Jackie Robinson. Jackie Robinson is, of course, the first black guy to make it to the major leagues from the Negro League.
Mm-hmm.
Um, to me, what he means to me is it's I don't know. To me, all I think about is change, and how one person can affect a big group of people, and it's never takes more than one person to change. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people think like, oh, you need to get a group of people so we could change the world, or so we could change whatever we like, whatever we want to be changed. But no, it's just one person with a different idea, one person with a different mindset has a goal to where he wants to be and wants to get.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, I think, yeah, I got this from my parents, but I think that just a thick skin, just being thick skinned, like don't let anything affect me. Like growing up, playing basketball, playing baseball, nothing could get through to me because I knew how to stay strong. I knew how to stay focused on what I wanted to do. And these athletes, that's what is missing a lot nowadays. A lot of these athletes are getting in trouble, are doing things they're not supposed to, or are just not the role model figures that they should be with these kids.
Mm.
Um, yeah, it's sad. It's sad to say that you have out of the group of, let's say, this generation, an example, uh, out of this generation, well, not this generation, but this, I was born in 88 to 2021. Two basketball players coming to mind: Michael Jordan and Kobe. That's it. Nobody else that's done. LeBron, he's getting there, but I think he's more motivated by the Hollywood part of the PC type of thing than changing the world. Michael Jordan changed the style of how people thought, how people dress, how people think of the game. Kobe Bryant, same thing, how they thought about the game,
Kobe has that high school stuff too.
and high school stuff. And then now becoming, I don't know if he was the first, but now that he has the Mamba school, um, it's just he's more in there. LeBron's getting there. Don't get me wrong, but I think he's more influenced about himself than anything else. I don't think he's there yet.
Mm.
I think eventually he'll be remembered for that, for those things. But I think at this point he's more in his career, which is good because if you're always focusing outside of your career, there's a lot of things that can go wrong
Yeah.
in a sports athlete. And baseball, what do we think of? Barry Bonds, King Griffey Jr. It's all not changing the world. It was just players that came along that broke records, that played great, and that's it. We don't remember. When we get to Jackie Robinson and we get to players down there, or the Hall of Famers, you can see what he did. He came at a hard time. He came in a hard time in the world, and he succeeded. And that's the thing that a lot of these people are missing. That he succeeded. He succeeded in his goal, and he succeeded in his goal now. I know we're not where we want to be with this whole racial injustice and everything that's going on in the world, but I think there's a point that he did. We have black players in the MLB. We have black players in all these different sports, and they're succeeding, and then they're understanding their role now. They're understanding the role of their being a role model, not this thug that comes out of Compton or Watts. There's some great football players that come out of there.
Yeah.
There's some great players. There's some great basketball players that came out of there. James Harden came out of I think it was Compton, no, if I'm mistaken.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think he went to Dominguez High School. That's if you know that area, that's a tough
So did
that's a tough
Tyson
area.
Chandler.
Tyson Chandler came out of Compton High, um, and it's hard. It's hard to get out of there and not have everything trail back. You know, I just I love his quotes. I think I have a quote behind me. I don't know if you see it. I think should I go left or right? Life's not important except the people you touch, or the people
Mm.
you impact. So why
Yeah.
would life? That's what life is. If you're not impacting nobody in your life, if you're in sales, if you're not a good salesman and helping out people, then what's the point of it? Yeah, you're the highest salesperson in the world. Well, not in the world, but in your industry. But if you're not helping anybody, what's the point of it? Yeah, you're getting richer, but that's not the point of life. Yeah, I think that we get to the point of life. We get to a certain age in us that we think what is life and what's important in life. And I think me as a coach and as a player going down the ranks and now I think it's just giving back my knowledge and my expertise and my just my knowledge that I have now for the game and life, because we gone through a lot of things. We didn't come out of the Both of us didn't come out of the best city in the world. Cudahy is one of the worst cities in Southern California,
Yeah.
and look at us.
Mama, we
I'm
made it.
not I'm not gonna say what you do. You could give your own trade. I don't know if you want to uh, discuss it here or put it out there,
Yeah.
but you're doing some great things right now, impacting people's lives and just spitting your word. And I'll leave it at that.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree with you. I think Jackie Robinson is he personifies what we all aim, and I think I think for me, as somebody who, with being an immigrant in this country, comes from immigrant parents, um, a lot of just the fearlessness and the thing that stood out was the thick skin that you're talking about. And and obviously in thick skin, just in every sense of the word of
Yeah.
um, just to be resilient, to persevere, to keep going, to not look at the circumstances around and think, well, I can't do this because I'm this or that. And yeah, I think, as I've started a church, that's been a huge thing as well, because that comes with its own set of rules, its own set of people who
Responsibilities.
doubt, yeah, responsibilities, people who don't believe, people who, and not even on the religious sense, but just from the standpoint of like, oh, you're doing that, like, are you sure you could do that? And I think it's the attitude and the spirit of Jackie Robinson to be defiant, and I think it's a good thing. Obviously, when we think defiance, we think of, it's always not positive, but it's good to be defiant. Jackie Robinson's defiance of the status quo at the time was perfect, and it leads to what we have now, where we're able to celebrate these players that are of different cultures, different countries, and it's a beautiful thing. And it trickles down all the way to even us, that we're able to have different things and different opportunities, and we're able to celebrate people of different uh, from different places, because Jackie Robinson was defiant in that. So it's a good day. I love that baseball does this, for all the crap baseball gets for being boring and not getting it. Uh, they've been doing this for a really long time. Jackie,
Yeah.
I've since I don't remember. I don't know when they started. Do you know when baseball started this? Let me see. Let me get it.
2010? No, actually later than that. Yeah, it was in the 2000s. 2000s. It's great to see everybody wearing 42. Like,
Yeah,
I love my boy loves watching that movie 42. Even how hard sometimes the language gets. And it's good. It's a good education. If you haven't seen that movie, you gotta go check it out.
yeah,
You gotta
it's a
check
good
out that
one.
movie. It's a good education for your kids and letting them know. I don't know. I'm not gonna tell you how to parent your kids, but I think there's a lot of valuable lessons in that movie. And I think there's a lot of lessons that should be learned that is still not learned to this day. Yeah, I know it was in 1970s, right? 1960s, 1970s that he was going through all that.
No,
Um,
47.
47, sorry. Ooh,
70s.
70.
Yeah,
Hey, 47, 70, 74, 47. Trying to, but yeah,
it's
just getting through all that. And I don't know. Did you get to the date? 2000,
it says
2000
April
and,
15, 2015 was
oh, I was
when
close.
Bud Selig first did it. So it's been good. I think it's a great thing. And
And it's
obviously,
only been going on for like 7 years or 6 years. That's crazy.
no, 17, bro.
17.
2005.
Oh, 2005.
2005. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I thought
So
15 you said.
no, 2000
Oh, okay, okay.
2005. Yeah. So
Okay, 2005.
it's been, I think it's just been good, cool to see baseball do that and do the whole thing. So shout
Well,
out to them.
baseball's a melting pot.
Yeah.
Just a bunch of different cultures, which is great. I love it.
Yeah. Yeah. So hopefully you guys enjoy the Jackie Robinson stuff and everyone playing wearing the same number. And I remember being little or not little because I was already 14, but the watching baseball who with on Jackie Robinson Day with people who didn't understand
Yeah.
and just be like, why are they all 42? And all even in that, it's a great conversation starter. It's a great way to teach people about
Yeah.
um, the why racism is bad, the history of Jackie Robinson, what he did, and it's just such a great way to teach. And so,
Well, it went from all whites to now melting pot
yeah,
to
so
a different culture.
yeah, so it's
It's crazy. I love baseball. I
yeah,
I, I always love the game. I learned so much. I had teammates. I had Cuban teammates. I had black teammates. I had Indian teammates. We believe that Indians could play baseball. They can. I had some good ones there. Of course, Hispanics. Yeah, dude, you learn so much about different cultures, and you know what boundaries to cross and what boundaries not to cross, and what not to touch and what to touch.
right,
It teaches you a lot about life.
yeah, yeah, and it's great. Um, let's talk about baseball now. So yesterday we had a no hitter,
Mm-hmm.
and it's so it came in the White Sox and Angel game yesterday, and
No, White Sox,
no, White Sox
Indians.
Indians. Sorry, I don't know why I said Angels. White Sox Indians. I have it
Woo-hoo.
right. I have it right in front of me, and I still got it wrong.
You
But
still Boston. Are you having coffee today or not?
yeah,
I think I think I've been having the.
I have it right here. So we had it was I think no hitters are always good, and
Yeah,
Carlos, who was it? Carlos Rodon was the one who
Rendon.
who got it, and it it wasn't a perfect game because he hit a batter, right? He hit a batter
Yeah.
in a
So the
bush.
guy
It was bush league.
Bushley. Yeah,
It
yeah,
was
yeah,
so
yeah.
bush
Oh hell
league.
yeah.
Like, come
So
on. Yeah.
so he was just standing in the box. I think it was a slider. And it was a 2-2 slider. Hits him right in the back foot. Doesn't even move. I was like, "Are you serious?" That's what I'm talking about. The respect of the game. It's not there. It's not there anymore like it used to be. You know, if it's a no hitter, you don't bunt. You don't
No.
bunt for a no hitter.
And then they had a guy who one of their guys tried to slide into first.
Yeah,
Like, what is this? Yeah,
yeah. It's like,
yeah. I hated that. I think baseball is the one of the only sports where I hold to these unwritten rules, because
yeah,
it's so hard. It's so hard. It's like, who was it? My guy JD, who's tearing it up. He had 3 home runs in Sunday's game against the Orioles.
yeah.
I would have been pissed had they intentionally walked him when he went up for the fourth time. It just, there's certain
Yeah,
things that
they don't
should be
do.
sacred, and they should be, you should keep them because the competitive balance. But when I was watching, because I was watching that game. I've been watching a lot of White Sox lately, but I was
I think
watching
me and you both.
yeah,
Me and you both.
I was watching the game, and I was like, I cannot believe this guy. What surprised me was the umpire this year has the ability to make the judgment of whether the hit is valid or not. Because I was
Yeah.
watching the Red
Well,
Sox.
that trickles down to the. I think now youth level. Youth level. It has that going on now.
Oh, okay.
Because I seen in a couple of youth games, high school game. I seen that once. One of my nephews plays here in Whittier, the high school, and we went to go watch one of his games. Same thing. Kid just stuck the elbow out. He got hit, and the umpire's like, "Nope, come here, get back
Yeah,
over here."
I
It's
love
like,
that.
oh
It happened with Nelson Cruz in the Red Sox game versus the Twins today. He stood there, and the umpire was like, "Yeah, you got hit, but not valid. You didn't move." So
yeah,
I wish they would have done that yesterday to preserve the perfect game, but it is what it is. He got a no hitter. He pitched great. He was in control, and the Indians had no chance. They lost 8-0.
yeah.
Which
Well,
adds to
that's
why
why I was like,
which
yeah,
adds to why I was so angry. It'd be one
yeah,
thing if it was 1-0 and you're just,
yeah.
then it's different
How many
because
went? Yeah,
you need to get on. Dude, you're down 8-0, bro. What are you gonna do? Come on.
8-0, 8-0, and you're down to your last 3 outs, and you're trying to I get it. There's a fight in a team. You can never take the fight away, but there's certain rules that you're not gonna come back.
Okay, but that's not a fight. That's not a fight.
No, that's what I'm saying. You're not gonna come back. So
you're not fighting back. If you get a double or an inside, an infield single, dude. Yeah, now we're competing, but come on, like what is that? Come on, come on. That's
yeah. It's crazy. I was doing some research on Carlos Rendon and Rendon. How do you say it? Rondon?
Rodon. It's Carlos Rodon. So the N is after the second though.
It's crazy. It's crazy. This guy came out of nowhere. This year he's came out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
Because the last few years, who has a key career ERA of 4?
Yeah.
He's 31 and 33 overall, like in his whole career.
Yeah.
Last year he had a horrible season. I think he had arm issues. I think it was shoulder or elbow, one of the two. It was just arm issues overall. I think it was fluctuating between the shoulder and the elbow. And it's like, damn, I like seeing that. I like seeing a player coming back and having such a good game. You know, we're always expected to see the Giolitos, the Coles, the Bauers, the Kershaws, all those type of the players. Beavers want to throw a perfect game every single time, but when it's like your 4th or 5th starter, it's like, whoa, all right, this guy deserved it. And he did great. He had those guys chasing pitches that they usually don't chase, and he looked good. I started watching, I believe, in the 7th inning because it was between the Dodger games. I flipped it on. I was like, all right, let's see what goes on. 8th inning, I was like, they're gonna get to him. And then once we got to the 9th, I was like, okay, cool. And then all this Bush League shit started, and then I was like, dude, if this ends this way, that Chicago crowd is gonna riot. Hands down, gonna riot. They're gonna throw some. Man, it's a home game, so
I was hearing Cerritos. I wanted to riot.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's like, come on, like, dude, like, you serious? And that's one of the things that upsets me about baseball. It's just the disrespect of the game. Like, just you lost. You have 162 games or 150 something games now left. Like, dude, it's just, I get it, but they're major league players. There has to be a major breakdown.
Mm-hmm.
Let's think about it in that situation. Okay, cool. That a signal that infield signal goes through. Okay, cool. What happens after that? They bring the closer in, right? He already got the hit, brings the closer, game over. So, what are you fighting for?
Yeah,
like, exactly. There's nothing to fight for. Like, even if you have, if he walks, I think he walked. Well, he beat that guy, and then there's a single. That's 1st and 2nd, nobody out. Okay, cool. Hit a grand slam, and then we could talk.
Mm-hmm.
Or walk 3. After he walks the 2nd person, they're gonna pull him anyway. So there's no need for that.
Yeah.
I wanted a perfect game. We haven't seen a perfect game since 2012. Can you do that?
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Felix Hernandez is the last guy to throw a perfect game. It's like crazy.
Which is why it made what the guy did so egregious. Like, what are you doing, my guy?
Yeah.
What is this? But he got the no-hitter, which is good, and I'm glad he got that. What one little thing?
Well, that's 2 no-hitters now for this season. How many more do you think? How many more? Maybe 2 more? Maybe 1. I would think 1. I would say 1. That's taking the safe bet.
I think we'll get at least 5.
5 total?
5 total.
Do I need to send a doctor already this early in the show?
5 total? What do you mean? We've got in 2, and it's only April 15th. 2.
Yeah, 3. You said 3 more coming.
3 more.
You say 1 more. 1 more.
The whole season from here to September?
It's a no-hitter.
Give me 3.
No hitter.
We've had 2 in the first 14 days of the season.
So last season we had 2.
Okay, but
the season before that we had 4.
So
maybe
the
5.
last season we had a full season. We
Let me check this
almost
stat.
we almost got to 5. So
Let me see.
not
Let me
that
see. Let me see.
crazy.
Hang on. Let me do my little. I had it up on here.
While you look for that, he reminds me. He reminds you a lot of Carlos Rodon. His career reminds you a lot of Armando Galarraga. Do you remember him? The guy from
Yeah.
the pitcher from the Tigers who got screwed from a perfect game. Or it was a no hitter. Yeah, it was a no hitter.
I was a no hitter, but yeah.
And he got screwed because the umpire called the batter safe when he was clearly out.
That was when the replay rules came up.
Yeah. So he reminds you a lot of that because Galarraga was, he was up and down. He was a back of the end starter. He had struggled and then he had that big moment. So Carlos Rodon reminds me.
So 4.
Reminds me a lot of that.
4 total 19. I was right. I should have just trusted my instinct. And then 2018, there's 3.
Yeah, so we're splitting we're going half basically. What I'm saying is not
I would say
crazy.
1 more. I said 3 total. 3 total, not 5.
You act like what I'm saying is.
It is crazy. There hasn't been 5 in a long time.
Okay, but there's been 4.
So you're telling me right now in this the 2020 season or 2021 season is going to be as crazy. That it's going to be as crazy as 2020. We're going to have more no hitters when the pitchers are going to be pitching less. When all the rotations are getting longer. When these pitchers aren't pitching as long. You're telling me that?
See,
the doctor's on the way. Let's move on.
Cool. On to the next topic. We got your boy Trevor Bauer. This dude, you came at the Astros hard, and your boy Trevor Bauer over here getting Ken Rosenthal, which would be the Schefter of MLB. The dude came
the Woj, right?
Yeah.
Woj
yeah. So he came hard after your boy Trevor Bauer, accusing him of that he doctors baseballs and it's why he's had success, the whole thing. And then Trevor Bauer, of course, came back at him and slammed him back and they went at it. So what's going on there?
I'm okay with that.
You're okay with him doctoring the baseballs?
Yeah.
Well, of course.
Keep doing it. It's still happening. It's still happening. The only reason he got so much press over it because he's a Cy Young guy, or this last year's Cy Young winner. You don't hear Andrew Headley from the Angels being called out for this stuff. You don't hear who's your number 5 starter in Boston? Do you guys even have a number 5 starter?
We don't. No.
Do you guys even have a starter?
Yes.
I'm just kidding. No, you don't hear. Just an example.
You don't even hear Michael Pineda because he got in trouble.
Yeah, and he's back.
Yeah,
like you don't hear these guys. The only reason he's getting that press, it's happening. Like, why are you so surprised about it? It's happening everywhere in baseball, like everywhere. Nobody ever like this guy's just trying to find something to fight over, and this guy. Of course, he bit to the bait. He bit to the bait of this, what he called him, a blogger, which he's not. He's a respectable journalist. It's ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. Why you're one of the head journalists in MLB. Why are you trying to bring the sport down? What are you trying to investigate? I'm trying to figure out what's the end game for him. Like what's the end game? Yeah. You want baseball to like lose everything. People like home runs. People like strikeouts. People like pitching fast. People like action. Yeah, that curveball is going to give you some action. It's going to hit some more ground balls or whatever it is. Like, what's the end game? Do you know what the end game? Because I can't figure out what the end game is for this guy.
I think the end game. Baseball's filled with purists. And the purists look different, obviously, because you get purists who are like you, who you're pure from the standpoint of like replay and stuff like that. And I think a lot of these writers are purists from because they feel like they're the gatekeeper. So they're purists from the standpoint of keeping the game pure. So it's why they keep people like Pete Rose off the Hall of Fame, which that's
ridiculous.
That's a different pod altogether.
Yeah.
They keep Barry Bonds off the Hall of Fame, and without
Well, they're gonna right now. As of right now, I think he's gonna get in the Hall of Fame now.
I mean, but he should, because you cannot tell the story. You cannot talk about baseball and ignore Barry Bonds. You can't.
The home run hitter.
You can't.
The all-time home run hitter.
Yeah, and even when they do the whole Sammy Sosa and Mark McGwire, people forget, and these baseball writers forget. Those guys saved baseball.
Yeah.
Baseball was coming back from a strike. Nobody was interested in baseball. Mark McGwire and Sammy Sosa saved baseball. That summer, everybody was going to the baseball stadiums. You had, I think we talked about it in one of our first pods.
Yeah.
They were televising their at-bats. This was like breaking news, like whenever TV cuts whatever you're watching for a police chase. That's what they were doing for their at-bats.
Exactly.
So that's where I don't know why I think that's the end game. The end game is Ken Rosenthal is one of the most respected guys, and he's well liked and admired throughout the media, and I'm sure throughout baseball as well. And I think the end game is that he feels like he's one of the gatekeepers, so he's just keeping the sport clean. Do I understand it? Do I agree with it? Of course not. I think you have to leave those things as is, and obviously, and again, all of this is painted depending on who you root for. When the Red Sox, when John Farrell called Michael Pineda for having the crazy thing on his neck.
I remember that.
Sunday night.
I remember that.
Game. I loved it because I hate the Yankees and I want.
The guy's dark. The guy's dark, and you can still see the little shiny part here. It's like
shiny, like shoe polish, looked like thing. Anyway, I'm a Red Sox fan, so anything to get rid of a Yankee player, I'm all for it. Had it been a Red Sox player, I would have been, oh, come on, let him play. So I get it. I get it from the fans.
Alex Cora.
How dare you? Alex Cora. Anyway.
Alex Cora.
I go to war for Alex Cora. I just think it's one of those things. I understand a fan doing that. I understand if this would have been a Padres blog or a Giants blog doing that. I get it. Because you would do that for Snell. Get it. Respectable. As fans, that's what we do.
Yeah.
And I agree with you. I don't understand what he's trying to do with this. I don't know.
Like there's no. I don't see it.
And even
it's
for
been
him,
happening for so many years.
Even for him professionally, though, the Dodgers are stacked. The Dodgers are going to be in all of these primetime games. You just shot yourself and kept yourself from getting info from the most important baseball team in right now. The Dodgers are the most important baseball team out there. And what you just did is you came after them. And I'm sure everyone in that clubhouse is going to be like, forget you, Ken Rosenthal. We're not going to talk to you. I don't get it. I don't understand.
They're going to back up his guy.
Yeah. So I don't get it. I'm with you. I don't know what the end game is.
Even though it's wrong.
Yeah. Aside from the gatekeeper stuff, I don't know what else is he thinks he achieved with that, but
it's stupid.
Yeah.
People are just not even covering anymore. They're covering for like a day and it's like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
Like it's happening.
Yeah, because
It's gonna
it's part of
happen.
it. Yeah, it is what it is.
Well, if you think about it, just think about it. Like, eh, so hitters shouldn't be allowed to have pine tar either or batting gloves.
Right.
Is that an advantage? That's an advantage, right? Batting gloves are helping your grip. The pine tar is helping your grip.
Yeah. They shouldn't be allowed to step out of the box either to adjust their gloves. You're,
Nope.
you're in. Yeah. Yeah.
Once
So
you're in, you're in.
exactly. So
That's why I said stupid.
yeah, it doesn't make any sense at all. Trevor Bauer plays for the Dodgers. The Dodgers, who are, like I just said, the most important baseball team in all of baseball. They are
Mm-hmm.
the best team in all of baseball. They're 10-2. Let's do a very early, very early
Yeah.
edition of contenders and pretenders.
Yes.
And I think we should revisit this every 2 weeks to
Yeah.
kind of review it, see where we're at. I think this could be like our power rankings that we
Yeah.
do. And obviously we can, the beauty of this and doing it so often would be to every 2 weeks would be that we can get swayed by a team. So if
Oh, we're gonna get swayed. I got swayed. Look what I'm
yeah,
wearing.
exactly. So uh we'll
You gotta
start.
get a shot of this. Get a shot of this real quick, just for the IG, so that when
Hey,
we post it up,
it's
you
gonna
know.
be we're gonna cut a clip. It's gonna be on IG. Don't worry about it.
Just making sure.
So
Making sure.
um
Boston Sports Apparel Company.
we're gonna
Shout out
see.
again.
Shout out to them. We'll tag them. Hopefully they send us some free stuff. Um
Okay.
we'll start with the Dodgers. Trevor Bauer's Dodgers. 10-2. I mean, how good is this team? This team
Should I
is,
say,
I
should I say
just
pretenders?
imagine. Obviously they are contenders.
Yeah, yeah.
It feels weird to even say that because they're the bearing anything catastrophic, the Dodgers are going to win the World Series.
Well, don't you call it catastrophic? Bellinger being out and Betts being out and still doing this?
I mean, it's the first 2 weeks of April.
Yeah, we'll see this weekend when they play the Padres. We'll get a little.
Yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun.
We'll
That's
get a
going to be a
little.
lot of fun this weekend. But the Dodgers are like, it's unfair. Like, it's so unfair how good they are. They are the last team that I can remember that was this good
The Yankees.
from just the beginning was the 2001 Yankees. Because even the Mariner team that won 116 games, they were good in the season. Like once you saw them play, you're like, oh wow, this team's winning a lot of games.
And they got broke down in the playoffs. They didn't do
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah. And then, obviously the Red Sox of 2018, that team ended up being really, really good. But heading into the year, you did not think, man, these guys are going to be world beaters.
No.
Heading into the season, unless I think the only people who I think weren't doing this were Padres people, but and people in Atlanta. I think everyone else with a working brain just had penciled the Dodgers in the World Series.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you look at up and down that roster,
They're stacked.
Their bench guys are good to start, are good enough to start. So I just think we're witnessing one of the best teams in all of baseball historically, and I think we're gonna look back at this Dodger team if they're able to win the title and just be like, man, that team was something special. So obviously, anything you want to add about your Dodgers, the world champion Dodgers?
I think they win 110 games. I've been seeing a lot of blogs, 18, 120, 130. I keep looking for the blue check next to Twitter. Like, are you serious? 110. We're still waiting for that slump. There's going to be a slump coming pretty soon.
Mean, it would be great if they were to break the record, though.
It'll be great. It'll be great, but it doesn't win chips. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows that. The Warriors, they broke the record. They didn't win the chip. The Patriots, I think they went 6-0. Then they lost. Yeah. So far out.
See, but even
Hey.
in those two examples you gave, it took LeBron and Kyrie to average like 40 points pretty much the last 3 games, and LeBron to provoke Draymond to punch him in the nuts for that to happen. And in the other one, it took a helmet catch to beat the Pats. So I would love to see. I love dominance, and you know that I don't root for the underdog. I don't do that.
Nah.
And if the Dodgers make the playoffs and my Red Sox don't, and as of now it looks like we're going to be right in the thick of things. If the Dodgers make it, I would love to see. I want to see them break the record. I think they can do it. They have the team to do it.
I think they can, but I don't think they will.
Okay, that's fair.
I think they can. I don't think they will. It's just once it gets to September, they can start playing all these scrubs. They're going to be ready for the playoffs.
Okay, what if they go into September and they are
110?
Yeah, they're 10, 15 games away. You have to go for it, right? You have to.
No, I think if they're 7 games out, they'll go for it. Or not out, but up.
Yeah.
If they're 7 games up or 8 games up, they got to go for it. But if you're 15 games, you push it a little bit for the first couple of weeks of September, and then after that, you shut it down. You're getting ready for the playoffs. You get paid for the playoffs. You didn't get paid for regular season.
They would need 117 games to break it, 116 to tie it. So what I'm hoping, as somebody with no rooting interest in this, I'm hoping the Padres and the Giants keep up their pace. I don't think they will, but I hope they do. So that when we get to August, September, the Dodgers are forced to play everybody so that they can win the division. And maybe that way they can get it. I think that's the only way, because I think you're right. We get to September and the Dodgers are not thinking anything else but repeat. And the Dodgers winning the title last year elevated the Dodgers from a franchise who was about making the World Series to now they're about winning the World Series, and that changes everything completely. So
championship or bust.
Exactly. So let's talk
San Francisco.
Let's go San Francisco. What do you think?
Pretender.
Yeah? You don't buy it at all?
Nah. They haven't been playing any good teams. That goes without saying. The Dodgers haven't played any good teams either. We're gonna see. Like I said, we're gonna see this weekend. I think San Francisco is just playing some. Actually, don't play anybody good this weekend. The Dodgers will, but we'll start seeing it maybe in May. Mid-May, we'll start seeing people. But I would say they're pretenders right now. They're contenders as the record stands, but they're gonna fall off.
Yeah. No,
I think the rest of the teams are just deeper in the division.
Yeah.
And that was just super deep.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
I agree. The Giants, I still have the bad taste in my mouth from what they did opening night when they choked away the game against Seattle. I don't believe in them at all. I think what they're doing is fine, but yeah, I agree with you. I don't think this is real at all. The Padres,
contenders.
Ooh, I was like, okay.
They're contenders. Yeah. Contenders as of now. They have a really deep pitching staff. I know Tatis went down, but they've been showing that they can figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, this weekend's gonna be a showdown. We'll see after next week. We'll get a bigger sample size of where these teams are at. And I think honestly, Dodgers take 2 out of 3. They're not gonna sweep. It's not gonna be a sweep. The game they lose is probably the Kershaw one, or probably Snell. Snell plays Bauer. Snell faces Bauer. One of those two.
That one's gonna be good. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's a Sunday game. The tough thing about Sunday games, and I don't know if you noticed, a lot of teams they rest a lot of the players on
Yeah.
Sunday
Yeah.
games.
Of course. Yeah.
So we're not really getting anything good. That's
No.
why those are the two games I'll circle. Well, not the two games, but the two games that I think might go either way. 2 out of 3 Dodgers. I don't
Yeah.
think they sweep. Like everybody thinks they are.
Yeah. I mean, and if they do sweep it kind of widens the.
Yeah.
It confirms what we're saying, and it widens the mark between both of those teams. So
Oh yeah.
In the NL Central, I mean, I guess we'll do the Reds and the Brewers because they're at 7-5.
And the
That did,
Cardinals.
and
The Cardinals are one game out.
I guess they're 6-6.
But we both picked the Cardinals, so you got to give them the respect.
I know. No. Okay. So let's define contenders and pretenders. When we say that, obviously we don't mean who's going to win the World Series. That's not what we're saying.
No.
Contenders to go to make the playoffs. That's what we're saying.
Yeah.
Okay. The Reds, I think. I like the Reds, dude. They're feisty.
They look good.
They're feisty, and Joey Votto. I don't know what the dude did. He's not Joey Votto of 6 years ago, but he is a serviceable guy again.
Ball, I think it's the ball, and is it the ball? I know Castellanos is the other one.
Mm-hmm.
I forget his sidekick.
Yeah, so he's good. I like what I see from that roster.
Oh yeah.
So I'm gonna say contenders. I'm gonna say contenders for the Reds because I just think the NL Central is not that good, and it wouldn't be crazy to think that they can sneak into the wild card. I still think the Cardinals are still my pick. They're still contenders, and they're a team. They're not that good, but that NL Central and the AL and the NL East is terrible. But the NL Central is close enough, right? I was texting with you, and I was telling you I think it's gonna be a bloodbath because just how close it is, and they're just gonna be bumping heads,
beating each other up.
Yeah, so I like the Reds and the Cards there. I don't believe in the Brewers.
The Reds are pretenders for me.
Okay.
Yeah, they're pretenders. I think it's just a hot start. April, what I call it, the Baltimore Orioles syndrome. They always start off hot and they just fall all the way down. Yeah, it's they look good. They look good so far. I think once they start playing other teams out of their division, we're gonna start seeing. We're gonna put the measuring stick there, and I don't see him. I don't see him getting out of there. I think the Cardinals are still the better team out there. I think that going down the list, Cubs. I don't. It can be between them, but I don't think the wild card's coming out of the Central. As of right now, I don't think the wild card is coming out of the Central. So I will still have my Cardinals.
We're getting one wild card, right? One.
Yes.
It's not two this year.
Well, it's the same. The two. It's always been the two, but it's not the extra series. We're not getting the extra series again.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I guess we have to talk about the East. This division sucks, yo. They all suck. The Braves are. I mean, Acuna is ridiculous, and he's hitting everything, and he's a beast.
They're not winning.
They're just not winning, and the Mets. We blew up so much, or at least I did. I blew up so much smoke up the Mets' butt. These guys, I mean, they don't hit for DeGrom. I don't get it.
Their manager is horrible.
Yeah, that guy's way in over his head.
The guy's a joke. I didn't think it was gonna be like this. I'm mind blown by that.
Yeah,
I thought the East was gonna be a good division, and I thought the Mets were gonna be right there. They're on top, but I think Atlanta's gonna work this way up.
Yeah,
I think as they start getting healthier they start getting their at bats in, just they'll start jumping up. I think Philly's a pretender, Miami's a pretender,
for sure.
Washington's a pretender. You picked them as a wild card, if I'm not mistaken.
I did. Yeah.
Did you?
I think I did. Yeah. That sounds. I put
Let me
a
see.
I put a lot of stake in
No,
in
you
my guy
changed it.
Juan
You changed
Soto.
it. I'll give it to you. You changed it.
Ooh.
You changed it.
Woo!
I'll give it to you. You changed it.
Good job,
You changed
German.
you changed it from the Nationals to the Mets.
There
Well, at
you
one
go.
point you had the National.
I did.
You had the
I think
Nationals,
during spring training I had the Nationals, and then I had a cup of coffee and I was able to think straight. And so, thank God. Let's go to the. Who do you got?
No, go ahead.
Okay, let's go to the American League. So far, actually, before we move on, what were our preseason predictions? You have them written down. What were they? And where are we now? Just so that we can do the litmus test all the time.
So we both picked the Dodgers.
Yeah, still there. Ding.
We picked. Let's see. We picked the Cardinals.
Ding. Yeah, still there. Yeah.
They're not there. They're in the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah, but they're gonna come back. I what I mean by they're still there. I still believe in that. They're still my pick.
And the Braves.
Ding. Yeah. All right, we're good.
And then the Met. We both picked the Mets in San Diego. Which
I'm
still looking that way.
Yeah,
still looking like that. Yeah.
Cool. Let's go American League. Let's start AL West. The Astros were good, and then five.
Told you Seattle was going to come out of nowhere. I told you. I told you. Watch out for Seattle, and you're like, no.
Watch out for Seattle.
No, you're like, oh, Seattle's going to be in the bottom of the barrel. Like, nah, dude, you got to watch out for Seattle.
Okay, sure.
They're still pretenders.
Yeah, for sure. The Astros were good, and then they, five other players got COVID or got, they had to sit out because of COVID protocol.
I think a bunch of Dodger fans went over and sneezed in the dugout, and that happened.
So we'll see when they come back. The Angels. So before we do the contenders or pretenders, did you see what CC Sabathia said about the Angel about Shohei Ohtani?
I did not.
Okay. He said, and I quote, "He is the greatest baseball player I've ever seen."
Oh yeah. I didn't think it was CC Sabathia. I thought it was somebody else. Yeah, I did see that.
You thought it was BJ Sabathia, his cousin?
No, I thought it was like one of the Fox guys that think they know baseball.
Okay. Well, it's CC Sabathia. Should we send a doctor? Has he not seen Mike Trout?
I think he means it's a two-way player type of thing. Okay. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I'll defend him in that part. He's not the greatest that we've seen. We've seen better players out there. If he means it that the greatest player, hands out is Mike Trout. But
I mean, it's what he said. He said he's the greatest baseball player I've ever seen.
Well, probably never seen. Probably his son sucks too. Because that's something you tell your son, man. You're the greatest baseball player I've seen. I don't know. That's ridiculous, dude. That's like, hasn't he watched baseball? Who does he work for? Is he ESPN guy or a Fox guy?
He works for The Ringer. Bill Simmons. It's a podcast network. Yeah, so he works for them. He has a podcast with them.
So they just signed him for his name, right? That's it.
I mean, the podcast is really good. Shout out to those guys. It's really good. He does it with Ryan Rucco.
Not better than ours.
No, of course not. But their podcast is good. But he said I was like, really? Like,
I think those drugs got to him.
Just like,
I think say crazy.
My guy, like if you're watching the Angels, have you not seen Mike Trout? But one of the things, he's not an Angel guy, he's a Yankee guy, clearly. But one of the now that we're here, do you have Angel fans in your life?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Do the Angel fans in your life like Mike Trout?
They like the Angels.
Okay.
They're not like totally excited about Mike Trout. They like him. He's on the team. I have yet to see somebody like defend Mike Trout to the end of the world.
Yeah, okay. It's so interesting to me because all the Angel
I'm
fans
gonna
in my
text him right now.
life,
Keep talking now. I'm gonna text him.
all the all the Angel fans in my life are very apathetic about Mike Trout. They don't care. They almost resent Mike Trout because as if it was Mike Trout's fault that they haven't made the playoffs. It is so weird because obviously you as a Dodger fan, me as a
I
Red
text
Sox
him.
fan,
Are you a Mike Trout fan?
we'll see what they say. It's so interesting because if I had a guy like Mike Trout, I wouldn't shut up about it.
No. Why?
I had when I was rooting for Mookie, that's all I wanted to talk about, Mookie Betts.
Mike Trout with a big shrine to put his statue already outside.
It's so weird because what CC Sabathia said, it's crazy, obviously. But the Angel fans in my life say that to me all the time.
He goes, "Is that a serious question?"
Wow. It's so crazy because I get the Angel fans in my life talking to me of how great Otani is and Otani that or Tani this. One of my friends, he likes. He was telling me that his boy on the Angels right now, his favorite player, and I just was like, okay, is David Fletcher. Like David Fletcher's okay, but you got Mike Trout on your team, my guy. You got Mike Trout. There is no other favorite player. There is no other guy that you can name.
So he goes, I like both. I've always been an Angel fan though. That settles the debate.
It's so weird. It is so weird because it's not like Mike Trout would be, with the Patriots. That's what, and the Patriots, Lakers. We had Kobe Bryant our entire life. And Kobe Bryant, at least we're roughly the same age. You're 2 years older than me, but we're in the same age group.
Yeah.
The NBA to us was always with Kobe Bryant in it. So we view basketball, and as Laker fans, we view basketball from the standpoint from Kobe's league. Kobe to us, he was our favorite player growing up.
Oh yeah,
Kobe was everything. You wanted to talk about Kobe. If you could get a shirt of anything, Kobe. The Patriots fans as well. It's Brady, no matter what. Tom Brady forever.
I don't hear any kids saying I want my Trout cleats.
It is so weird.
Yeah.
It is just so weird that when CC Sabathia said that, it's crazy just to say that because Mike Trout, but it was like, man, like Angel fan. As I thought about it more, that's Angel fans. That's them right there. Their guy is Otani or Fletcher or whoever. It's just so weird. Mike Trout.
It's like me with pools.
Yes. Yeah.
It's like, or it was who else was there? Who else was there on that team? I said the guy earlier in the podcast, not this podcast. I remember him, but I liked him better. It's crazy.
It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make any sense. When I was reading when Ortiz was playing, David Ortiz, Pedro the same. So I don't get it. I don't get it. It doesn't make any sense.
It's like Dodgers with Eric Gagne when Gagne was there.
Yeah.
About Gagne.
Yes.
They were wearing Gagne stuff.
Exactly.
I don't know. I think fans are just missing out. I think baseball fans are just missing out on one of the greatest treasures in our generation.
You see,
Trout.
But I think it's Angel fans.
I think baseball. I think baseball.
No. Yes, but I think it's because of where he plays. If Mike
He
Trout
plays
was
in LA. Or
we're gonna have this argument again. Come on.
Southern California. All right. He plays in California.
If Mike Trout played for the Dodgers, you would see Mike Trout jerseys, shirt jerseys everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
Where did I go the other day? I was at the park. I don't know. I went somewhere the other day, and I went to go see my little brother play soccer.
Yeah.
And I saw 6 at a soccer thing, 6 Mookie Betts jerseys / shirts. If he played for the Dodgers, the Giants, the Cubs, the Red Sox, the Yankees, the Phillies, even, Mike Trout would be by that fan base. Obviously, with baseball, he'd be bigger too, but those fan bases would just embrace him. So even the Cardinals, he went to the Cardinals, he would be embraced.
Let me read you a list.
Okay.
Of top jersey sales in 2021.
Oh,
and you tell me what's wrong.
Here we go.
Mookie Betts.
Yeah.
Cody Bellinger.
Yep.
Fernando Tatis Jr.
Yes.
Bryce Harper.
Yep.
Clayton Kershaw.
Yep.
Aaron Judge. Ronald Acuna. Francisco Lindor. Kike Hernandez. And Mike Trout.
The Red Sox?
Tell me what's wrong here.
Red Sox? Red Sox?
Tell me what's wrong there. This is a legit list. You can Google it and say top most popular jerseys in MLB in 2021. And that's what it is.
Okay, give me the list again.
I'm being serious.
Give me the list.
I'm gonna give you the list.
Come on, give me the list. Give me the list. So say
you're gonna laugh again.
I can't.
Should I go from 5 down? I'll go 5 down. So Kershaw, Aaron Judge,
6.
Ronald Acuna.
Okay.
Francisco Lindor, Kike Hernandez, and Mike Trout.
Kike's 9.
9. Number 11, Nolan Arenado, Baez, Corey Seager, Garrett Cole, Yadier Molina. You see the disparity there? Like, what?
So in the top 10, how many Dodgers are in the top 10?
That's beyond the point.
No, because you
have a point?
You just made my point, yeah.
Okay.
How many Dodgers in the top 10?
1, 2, 3, 3.
3. And then you get a Padres, right?
Yeah.
Padres, a Philly, a Yankee, and a Red Sox. And a Met.
And a Red Sox.
So those are 8 teams, right? 6 teams.
Yeah.
6 teams, and then Mike Trout.
Yeah.
Those 6 teams are teams that care.
Yeah.
Those 6 teams are baseball cities that love their team. Because even the Padres, who who weren't good, but when the Padres had Tony Gwynn owned the city of San Diego. Rest in peace, Tony Gwynn. When Tony Gwynn was alive and he was playing for the Padres, he owned the city. Tony Gwynn could do whatever he wants. That's my point.
You ready for 2020? I'll just pull up one more year.
All right, here we go.
We'll go 1 to 15, just to.
Yeah.
And you tell me what's wrong here.
Okay.
Mookie Betts
with the Dodgers. This is okay.
Dodgers. Aaron Judge, Yankees.
Yep. 2.
Bryce Harper, Phillies.
Yep.
Francisco Tatis, Padres.
Yep.
Juan Soto, Nationals.
Yep.
Cody Bellinger, Dodgers. Max Scherzer, Nationals. This is jersey sales for 2020.
Mm-hmm.
Number 8, Javier Baez.
Cubs.
Number 9, Clayton Kershaw. Number 10, Acuna from the Braves. Mm-hmm. Number 11, Christian Yelich from the Milwaukee Brewers.
Yep.
Number 12, San Diego Padres, Manny Machado. Number 13, Anthony Rizzo, Cubs. Number 14, Mike Trout.
Are you kidding me?
Number 14, Mike Trout. Number 15, Chris Bryant.
Oh my gosh!
This is jersey sales for 2020. Like, what are you doing?
Angel fans,
Andrew, what are you doing?
Angel fans, you guys suck. Mike Trout.
Otani's not in there, and Mike
Trout. This is what I want you to do, Mike. Listen to me. I want you to go into Artie Moreno's office and say, you know what, trade me. I want out. I don't get respected here. I don't get loved here. You guys spend money on guys that are not worth it. You guys will break the bank for Pujols, but paying for Garrett Cole it's too rich. When Garrett Cole wanted to go there, anyway. You got to get out of there. You got to get out of there, Mike. This is ridiculous. In 2020, the Red Sox didn't have somebody in the top 20 because in 2020, our team sucked. JD Martinez is good. I get it. But JD Martinez.
You have a utility player in front of you.
Yeah. JD. Kike Hernandez. Kike Hernandez should run for president. The dude is super. Everybody loves Kike Hernandez.
I have two. Two in the house. My boy has a Hernandez one, and then
I'm gonna get a Kike Hernandez jersey. Let's do it.
You're gonna disrespect Nomar like that?
Nomar who? Garcia
Parra, the number 5. That's the only number 5 ever.
Look. Nomar Garcia Parra was a good player. Liked him.
But he's a Dodger now.
I mean, yes. So you get the fact that he's a Dodger. He works for the Dodgers. But more than anything else, to me, when I think of the shortstop of the 2004 Red Sox, I don't think of Mr. Garcia Parra. I'll tell you who I think about. Orlando Cabrera, number 44. The guy we traded Garcia Parra for Orlando Cabrera.
That was a good trade.
Yeah, we won the title with him. So yeah, Kike Hernandez, shout out to him. But it's crazy. It's so crazy. So, but let's go back. Angels.
It's crazy.
It just doesn't make sense. Angels, contenders or pretenders?
Contenders.
Yeah, they look solid. They look really, really solid. And the Mariners, I don't buy. I'm with you. I still think the Astros will be in that. And I still think it's Angels. I'm starting to sway. I'm not changed completely in that. I still like the Astros. It's still early. I want to see what the Angels look like at the end of May before I join you in the car for that one.
If they make the playoffs, I'll go buy a Mike Trout jersey. I'm just kidding.
You know what? No, I'll say this. If they make the playoffs, I'll buy a jersey shirt. I won't wear it. I'll never wear it, but I'll help the Mike Trout train in the sales. I'll do that. AL Central.
Kansas City's on top.
Who would have thunk it, huh? Kansas City.
They haven't played anybody.
They haven't. You're right.
Actually, they played the Angels. They did.
They did.
Yeah.
They did. I like the White Sox. I know they're 6-7. I just like their team. Mercedes that the dude just is white hot. Obviously, he's gonna slow down eventually. But I like the White Sox there.
I think you could swap the standings. Just swap it from bottom to top. I think that's how it's gonna end.
Yeah. The Twins.
It looks like that's in.
Are feisty, and as we go into the East, but I think the White Sox are contenders. The Twins are contenders. Cardinals, Indians, Tigers, to me, pretenders still.
Let's go to the East. Oh my Lord,
man. Okay.
I didn't choose a shirt. I just wanted to play homage.
The last pod we did right before, I think the opening day pod, I told you how I took the weekend and I drank all the Kool-Aid, all the Red Sox Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
I told you how The starting pitching was not going to be great, but I trusted the bullpen. And I told you that I trusted that I thought our offense was going to be good.
Oh yeah.
We start off the season and we get swept by the Orioles. We can't score. And I'm just like, well, that was stupid.
Mm-hmm.
We play the Rays, and the Rays have always, at least for a long time now, they always play the Red Sox really well. I hate playing the Rays. They just have our number. And we sweep the Rays.
Yeah.
And we're scoring all these runs. Our bullpen looks great. My guy Barnes looks good as our closer.
5 in a row.
And then we just rattle off, what was it, like 9 in a row? 8? Yeah, and it was 9 because we lost today finally.
Yeah.
It was 9 in a row, 9-4, leading the AL East. My guy Alex Cora, shout out to him. Kike Hernandez.
You should just buy it. Just buy it.
Yeah, I'm gonna do
it right now.
I'm gonna do
it right now. Just right now. I want to see the screen.
The Red Sox are back.
I don't know about that. You're already like, all right, settle your horses.
Look, I told you I drank all the Kool-Aid. I'm ready. I told you.
Keep drinking more Kool-Aid. What flavor you want? I'll send it to you.
So
absolute pretenders.
No, how dare you? What do you mean?
Pretend.
Okay, let me. I think the Red Sox are contenders. This is why. This is why. Obviously, this pace. No, hold on. Can I make my argument?
Go.
Please.
I'm packing my stuff up right now.
Give me a chance.
Don't block your number and everything. Go ahead.
If the Red Sox stay like this, not at this pace, not where we're winning 9 straight, obviously, but just like this, where you're winning a series here and there, you're winning more series than you're losing, which is the key to a baseball season. The Red Sox, if they're in a position to make the playoffs, the Red Sox will be buyers at the trade deadline. That's why I think they're contenders. Mm-hmm. I look at this division. The Orioles are not going to do anything. The Rays, you were right about the Rays. The Rays are not going to be good. The Yankees.
Well, can we say that again?
You were right about the Rays.
I was right.
You were right about the Rays.
Let's get used to that.
I got no shame. There's no shame. I got no pride in saying that I was wrong. The Rays, you're right about the Rays. They're not good. The Blue Jays, don't trust the Blue Jays. Don't think the Blue Jays are that good. The Yankees, although the Blue Jays, I like their next year. I like the Blue Jays next year. The Yankees.
Who said that? Who happened to say that?
You did say that. Good. Shout out to you.
Exactly.
The Yankees, though. The Yankees, not that good. They're not good.
They're good.
No, they're not. They're not that good. Make your argument. Go. I don't think they're good.
As of right now, they're not playing good. They're going to go find somebody to make it better.
Okay.
They are.
Okay.
They're going to go find another bullpen piece. They're going to go find another catcher. Actually, the catcher's good. First, another player.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they're gonna be good. They're good, dude. It's just, I don't know. It's hard to put my stamp of approval on it, but they're good, dude. You can never root out the Yankees. Like, you can never root out the Yankees. It's hard to. It's hard for me to make the argument that I want to see them not succeed.
I'm not saying they're going to finish last. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying they're bad from the standpoint of they're going to be really, really bad. We said, and I think both of us had had Yankees Dodgers World Series.
Yeah.
That's what I mean by they're not good. They're not a team. They're not good. They're not good. Are they a play away? Maybe, but I don't know. They're just
The AL is not good. So the AL overall is
yes,
not
I
is
agree
not
with
a
you. I agree with you.
it's not a competitive. The champion's gonna come out of the NL.
Yes, like the
Like,
last 2 years ago, the Yankees were scary. They were scary. You played them and you were it was they're a good team. They're scary, much like the Astros were scary. This season, the Yankees don't have the same fear,
so
and
going back,
teams don't
my
play
buddy
them
just
with
texted me
fear.
back.
What do you say? What
Sorry
do you
to
say? No, no,
interrupt
no,
you.
no. We're good. This is good. This is
Angels love Mike Trout,
no, they don't.
and then you go, and then I go, we don't think so. Jersey sales are horrible.
Yeah,
Jersey sales, and then he goes, how many jerseys does one person need to say that Trout is good? And then I sent him the picture of the top 10. We're waiting.
yeah.
Let's keep going.
It just yeah. Anyway, I just don't. I don't. I agree with you. There's nobody good in the AL.
No,
The AL is weak, which makes why I think if the Red Sox are in contention as we go into the All-Star break, they're gonna do something. They're gonna be buyers.
when I agreed to come on this podcast, I was like, I'm gonna bash the Boston Red Sox left and right. And then look what they do. Look,
No, but
another weird season. That's all I have to say. This season has been one of the weirdest seasons.
you know
It's
what's
weird, dude.
what's
And
funny? What's
yeah,
funny that the Red Sox in recent history
play good
they've
in April.
no. Forget that. When we won the title in 2012
Yeah,
was the year from hell.
yeah.
2013, nobody thought we were going to win the title. Everybody
Nope.
thought the Tigers were going to win it.
Yeah.
Just saying.
You're getting really excited right now. And I
I
don't like
drank.
this.
I drank all the.
I don't like this.
I drank
It's
all the.
April 5th. It's April 15th.
Yeah.
Relax.
Hey,
Calm
this is
down.
like this is baseball German. This is what the Red Sox do to me. This is what I do.
Calm
This is
down.
what I do.
You
Look, if
need
you
to take
and
a deep breath.
if
Hey,
you
you want to
and
play
I,
this game? Hey, if you want to play this game, we can play this game.
no.
I can talk about the Dodgers. I can talk about the Dodgers a whole lot of more than the Boston Red Sox.
I was. If you would have done a podcast with me last year, you would have had angry German last year.
Oh, I'm gonna get angry. I'm gonna get angry German before the season ends.
So we'll see.
No, we
But
will.
I'm just no. You know why? Because this year I'm happy. I'm happy. We got Alex Cora back. JD Martinez remembers how to hit. This Red Sox team is a fun team to watch because there's chemistry in this team. They and that's what you want. It's why honestly why I like watching the Dodgers. The Dodgers, apart from being good, they are a team that like each other. They like each other, and I love that. I love to see that. I love that chemistry, and this Red Sox team has it. If this Red Sox team was the Red Sox team last year, I would have enjoyed it. I don't mind the rebuilding. I get it. I went in here telling you I thought we were going to win 81 games. I didn't think we were going to make the
still looks
playoffs.
like it for me here.
I didn't say we were going to make the playoffs heading into the season. I said we are going to win 81 games and I was going to be really excited. But what I've seen the first 13 games and seeing the landscape of the
Do you have this guy on the team? Do you have this guy on the team? Do you have this guy on the team? Do you have this guy on the team?
Okay,
you're not gonna win nothing.
Okay, but
game over.
Does anybody else in the AL have anybody as good as those guys together? No.
The Yankees.
No, come on.
End of story.
Come on.
End of story.
We agree to disagree. So to me, the Red Sox, I'm gonna say as of now, pretenders.
Okay, respectable.
I'm gonna say pretenders.
Finally, the good thing you say out of it.
I'm gonna say pretenders. The Yankees contenders as of now. Although I think they're very flawed, and I don't think they're that good. And that's it. Yeah. We miss anybody?
Toronto.
To me, pretenders.
Okay.
Although they're very feisty, they're good. To me, they're the blue. They're the Rays of this year, of last year.
Nah, maybe
Yeah.
Boston will be the Rays.
No, not that they're going to make the World Series, but just the team that you just hate to play because they're in every game. They come up with the hit.
Yeah.
You need it like that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. So that's contenders, pretenders. We'll revisit it again at the end of April 30th or the end of April, and we'll see where we stand. Players that let's look at some players that have had a good 13 days, 14 days. Anybody stand out to you?
I got a list.
Okay.
Yeah, let's see. Getting my notes right now. So Acuna.
Okay.
Nemo from the Mets.
Yeah. Acuna's ridiculous.
Yeah. Justin Turner. Got Skinner and hitting the ball hard.
Yeah.
Ryan McMahon.
Yes.
Colorado Rockies.
Shout out to that guy.
Jesus.
Jared Lowry.
Yeah.
Lowry. Jared Lowry is playing good.
I'll go to NL. This is NL right now.
Okay, NL. Gotcha.
So NL, I still got the rookies. Out of the rookies, Jonathan India.
Mm-hmm.
Zach McKinstry from
Yeah.
the Dodgers. Dude, they started hot.
Yeah.
Those two are going to be carelessly down the season. We're going to see how good they are because I think they're one slump away from going back to the minors. So, we'll see. Those are the we'll sees. The AL, we got Gurriel, Nelson Cruz,
Mm-hmm.
Devers,
My guy Rafi. Let's go.
Wilson Ramos,
Mm-hmm.
Cedric Mullins from the Orioles.
Yeah.
Yerman Mercedes from
The White Sox.
And out of pitchers,
and JD Martinez. Hello. Are we forgetting JD Martinez? What?
That's out of all these players, maybe one of them I said hot starts and I said yeah.
Okay.
We expect that out of him.
Okay. You're right.
I didn't with Nelson Cruz, yeah, he's a veteran, but the guy's 40-something years old. Yeah, and he's still hitting. Yeah. Acuna, with the team playing so bad, and they're
You're right. Because you didn't mention any of the other guys. Yeah, the usuals.
Yeah,
you're right. My bad.
And then for pitching,
okay,
Tyler Glasnow. He's been looking good. Danny Duffy.
Yeah.
Carlos Rendon, of course, after and then the NL it's hard to say, dude. It's hard to say with the NL, really, honestly. It's really hard to say because there's a lot of guys pitching really, really well in the NL. Stands out, Joe Ross, Musgrove.
Mm-hmm.
Just threw a no-hitter last week. DeGrom, that's a typical. I can't really. The list is there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun seeing these guys have a hot start, but it's fun seeing people that players that people thought that the fantasy people guys didn't make it in their fantasy board. Nobody thought about Jonathan India. No. People were like, who the hell is that guy? What does he play for? McKinstry's coming out of nowhere.
Yeah.
When I said he was going to be good in spring training, I never predicted that Mookie Betts was going to go down and Cody Bellinger was going to go down. Opportunity. Nemo from the Mets. You would think Lindor's there. Lindor's having
Yeah, he's been whatever.
Okay. This guy is Ryan McMahon. I know I mentioned him earlier. I think he's in a bad team. He's doing really well.
Yeah.
But if he turn it around the other way, he plays at Coors Field. So just a little thing, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, that's a really good list of all those guys that are having a good 2 weeks so far. And
Hey, Bobby Dahlbeck's not having a good year.
he's not. He's not. He's been
Look at the
struggling.
difference between spring training and
Yeah.
I thought he wasn't gonna make the roster. He made the roster somehow, some way. I thought he was gonna. I had told you like he's gonna go back. He's gonna go back to the minors. Have to, and look what we're seeing right now. But not off to a good start.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Not off to a good start. I didn't think he was ready, but you know.
yeah. Yeah. So that's been the hot start. And anything else stands out for you? Anything on the standings?
This is the COVID, the Astros. I think that's going to be a big thing. I think that's one of the biggest stories, non-stories out there.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of experts and a lot of fans predicted the Astros being the number one team. They're running away with the West.
Yeah.
Now we're seeing it. 5 guys goes down with COVID.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I joked earlier about the Dodgers fans sneezing in there, but hey, COVID's still here. Don't forget that.
Yeah.
As much as things are opening up and getting better, COVID's still here and it's still affecting a lot of people.
Yeah.
And you know, that's going to be a blow. Because I think the quarantine days are 10 days, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Yeah. So you're pretty much out for 2 weeks, pretty much.
A whole week could change the season.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. I think that's the biggest story I have, biggest impact in the standings. The Yankees will come back. All these other teams will come back. Everything's gonna go back to normal. The world's gonna go back. I think by mid-May we'll start seeing people shifting.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's too early to have any real answer on all of it. So let's end it on the Lamarcus Aldridge.
Yeah.
He just had he got bought out from the
Spurs.
From the Spurs. He joined the Nets.
Mm-hmm.
And then he retires today or yesterday. He's had heart problems or something like that.
Heart problems.
One of his quotes said that he had been putting basketball first for 15 years, and now it's time to put himself and his family first. Which I don't know if that means he's had heart problems for that long, but
yeah. Let me break it. This is like, I know it's a baseball podcast. I'm sorry. I gotta tell the fans. A brawl just broke out between the White Sox and the Indians.
Did it?
Yeah.
Oh. So YouTube that by the time you hear this. Let me open it up.
Gee. I knew it. I told my wife yesterday, I'm like, watch tomorrow. Something's gonna happen. Baseball is beautiful, dude. I love baseball.
Yeah, so so he retires. He retired and obviously you wish him the best. Hopefully he's healthy. Hopefully he's able to take care of whatever ailment is
who else retired from the same issue? There was another player that retired with the same issue.
Chris Bosh had like blood clots. Is that who you're thinking about?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. That's exactly what I was thinking of.
Yeah,
I was like, wait. I was like, somebody retired with that.
Yeah, so
that's crazy.
Yeah, so it's very, we'll see. I don't think it changes much because I don't think the Nets were gonna ride him, into the playoffs and stuff. It's not like he's the same guy anymore. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. And finally, we'll end the pod on something fun. Did you hear Aaron Donald?
Yeah.
He
that guy's huge, dude.
Yeah, he's the dude trains with knives. The dude trains with knives. So he's in Pittsburgh. He's from Pittsburgh. He's in a club or something like that. And according to what I've been able to pick up on Twitter and the story, somebody accidentally bumps into him.
Yeah.
Somebody bumps into him, and my guy goes nuts, and my guy punches him. And if you can Google it or go on Twitter or social media, you'll be able to find the picture of the guy and how he broke his eye socket, the whole thing. And
that picture is horrible.
Yeah. Obviously, I'm not making light of somebody getting assaulted. I'm not doing that. I will be honest with you. It was nice to see an athlete not getting accused of sexual misconduct.
Oh yeah.
It was I don't want to say refreshing, but it was when I saw the tick, when I got the notification, I was like, oh no, Aaron Donald too? What is this? What are these guys doing?
Yeah.
But when I saw, okay, he beat up a guy, I was like, okay, that at least that's I don't want to say it's better, but anyway, that's different. And it's a good different in my opinion.
Yeah.
But if you go on Twitter and you put Aaron Donald and you just begin to read, it's going to make you laugh, and it's great. So just, I want to give an advice to the children. Don't pick fights with Aaron Donald. He's not a guy you want to fight.
They get lifts. I was watching, what's that show called that HBO does? Hard Knocks.
Hard Knocks, okay.
They're showing how much he lifts. I was like, staying away from that guy.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, I want nothing to do with Aaron Donald.
That guy's huge. His arms are bigger than my head.
Yeah, he's ridiculous. And so this guy picked a fight with him, and if I were to accidentally bump into him, I'd be like, I'm so sorry, it's my fault, and walk away. There's no way, there's no world where I'm standing up to Aaron Donald. None. So
unless you're Shaq.
And even then, my guy trains with knives.
Yeah,
I think he would.
I say, unless you're Shaq, you'll have a chance. But other than that,
I guess, man. But
you have a small chance.
Yeah. But even then, I think he might fold Shaq like a lawn chair. So that was that's where we ended. Anything else?
No.
We good? Okay.
Yeah. We'll it's a long season. We're almost in the third week of the season.
Yeah. So we'll circle.
I was gonna say the end, but
yeah. We'll circle back next week. We'll keep an eye out on this weekend series with the Padres and the Dodgers. Mm-hmm. That one should be a lot of fun. So we'll see how it all turns out. But
2-3 Dodgers.
Yeah. So we'll see how it ends. So thank you everybody for joining us. This is German and Harry for the Brewed Thoughts podcast. You can follow us on Instagram and Twitter and YouTube and the whole thing. You can check out Harry's shirt. And shout out to Boston Sports
Apparel Company.
There you go. Shout out to those guys.
I love Boston sports.
There you go. Shout out to them. And we'll do it again next week. Until next time, remember, drink better coffee.